M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So, the other day when I was talking about the 7300 and the new FT-710 by YAESU, I used the word it's a clone of the other radio. So, the 7300 came out way ahead of its time, and YAESU have now brought out the FT-710 SDR HF 6 meter and 70 megahertz radio. So why did I use the word clone? Because obviously it's not a clone. They're made by different companies, and they're built with different components. But the reason I used the word clone was because there's so many similarities in what they are. So they're HF 6 meter SDR radio with touchscreen technology. They're a very similar size. I would say that the 710 is thinner from top to bottom, but otherwise very similar in size. We've already got the FT-DX10, which is a super heterodyne hybrid radio, and it's a very good radio. And I'll say to YAESU and ICOM, these are both excellent radios. Very hard to choose between. People do like to go for the newer model, so the YAESU is newer, but the ICOM 7300 you can still buy it brand new, and it's still an excellent radio. Owned it for many years. And it's just very good. So if you just scroll down, just look at some of the sort of description of the radio let's go with the 7300 just to start with. Just minimize it here so we can see the text properly. And then you'll start to see IC-7300 innovative HF transceiver. And as we scroll down, you'll find that a lot of the functionality is very similar. These are only the leaflets or brochures. It doesn't go into very into details of the specifications as the manual will. RF direct sampling system, new IP plus function, class leader, and then on the 710 front panel design emphasis, VMI VFO mode indicator, functional dial, preset mode function. The 7300 has that as well. Other practical features, then it lists everything you'd expect from a modern SDR HF radio. So for me, you're going to choose the 7300 or the 710. To me, they are if you want to buy a radio, you're going to choose between those two. That's what I see here when I look at these two radios. You just take your pick. They're both going to be very good. And what's your preference? Or you might want both. I just thought I'd put the brochures side by side. And the fact that they both do, here it is here, HF 50 megahertz, 70 megahertz. The UK version of the 710 does 70 megahertz. So they're both doing the same thing in a different style and made by different companies. So it's like cars, isn't it? You buy a car and it looks identical to another car that's made by a different company. And that's fine, as long as the companies are buying what the user and wants and what is popular basically. And if they're making a similar kind of radio to basically provide the demand, that's fine. So there you go. Let me know what you think. I think we'll have a quick look at comparing. A big question I get asked all the time is FT-DX10 or FT-710. So we'll have a look at that in a sec. Bye for now. 7.3. Catch you on air.